Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone it is. Today I actually wrote a topic down. What do you know? I'm getting all professional. Like, oh, see my little snowman? I got bored over it when I was waiting for the bus because I went too early. I had the wrong time, so I was there like a half hour early. But anyways, yeah, not doing too bad. I'm starting to get the hang of it, hopefully. And I'm actually really enjoying the kids. I do have some kids who are like throwing stuff like pencils and deodorant. And then today they went through some freaking fry sauce all over, and I had to still go pick up more kids. So I'm like, I had to stop and clean it all up and everything, and it's like, ugh. Anywho, today's topic is quitting. This actually got the idea from Facebook. One of our groups was asking the question, what you do when you're thinking of quitting, or are you think what are some of the pluses or minuses and that type of stuff. And it's like, no, I'll make a decent video. So I figured, and I didn't see anybody else doing a video on it, at least not right away, unless I haven't gotten to them. They might have. If they have, we'll see if we can make another spin on it. So these are some of the questions or some of the topics that you might be dealing with at the time. And right now I'm getting all comfy. I just got off work, so a little hair was wet. Anyways, so one, are you burned out? Have you been doing it for so long, or you've been doing it day in, day out type of stuff, like a challenge and stuff, and you're just getting completely burned out from it? Two, are you no longer interested in the niche that you're in or what you are doing with it, and it's just become so repetitive that it's more like a, oh, I got to do it again type of feeling. Did you go viral? And you were not expecting that much notoriety, and it's just so overwhelming that it's like you just want to quit because it's just, you don't know how to continue with the type of, you don't know if you want to start with the topic. I know one of our other ladies, Jess, she was a French lady, really awesome. I'll have to look up the name. I'm sorry, totally, it's late at night. I actually have some coffee. I need some coffee. I need to drink some coffee. Let's drink some coffee. Let's drink some coffee together. It's only like 7 o'clock at night. Going to bed in a couple hours. Oh, bleh, I need some milk in that. But yeah, she was, talking about having a video go viral and not really want to continue on that topic for long, that type of stuff, and what type of decisions you need to make. Sorry, I have a rabbit in the room. And that type of decisions, if you do go viral, what you need to do, type of stuff. And then what's the other one? Is it taking you too long? Maybe you're new to editing, new to all this YouTube, and it's just so much that you need to do, and you're a perfectionist on top of it. And so, coming up with the ideas, researching the ideas, filming it, getting the right type of filming, and depending on what you need, if you're doing vlog style with other people, or not vlog style, if you're doing like podcast style, if you're doing like in-depth research, if you're just doing day in the life, and you want to do a little more research based, but just doing that and then finding the time to do it and doing all the editing, and then you're still not happy with it and you don't want to freaking upload it, and then you just get frustrated with yourself, is that type of stuff you might be dealing with. Are you physically or mentally just unable to do it right now? Are there some stuff that you want to do or some topics you want to do that you're just not physically or even mentally able to do right now? It might be, you hurt yourself, or you want to do some more, like you'd like to do some cookings, but you might have some back issues or hip issues, and it's really hard for you to go and do these type of things. And so you might need to get some help. Or if you're just mentally burned out, how do you deal with that? How do you go forward with that? How do you get back from being burnt out and just, throwing up your hands in the air and say, I quit type of stuff, and, what's some other, like, and then just everyday life, like family. Sometimes trying to do, especially if you're younger, if you're my age or older or retirement, you might have more free time to do this type of stuff and have a more time to do it. But if you have family or dependents, if you're a caretaker of any kind, be it a parent, be it, maybe a nurse or something like that, where your whole day is taking care of other people, by the time you get home, you're just so physically and mentally exhausted that you can't think about using your brain cells anymore. And so it's just, it's just so easy to say, I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time. Well, if I do this, I'll have to set up the equipment to do that. If I do that, I'm going to have to go and spend some time to edit, but I only have like 2 or 3 hours to do it. There's always something that's just, that is an impediment. And just, even just having your channel not grow fast enough. And yet you're putting all that time and effort, and it can be mentally discouraging to keep on if you're not getting like 10, 20, 100,000 subscribers or anything like it in any time frame. You're only getting like 1 or 2 once or twice a week. It can be kind of frustrating. You feel like you're going nowhere. And so these are some of the types of things you got to think about when you're starting a YouTube or when you're already in YouTube. And because, life will happen. And, everybody is dealing with all different types of stuff in their life. And so let's just, I just talked about them. So let's go and kind of try to brainstorm of some ideas, and feel free to put in the comments what you do when you're in these types of situations, or have you been in these type of situations. Let's make a conversation, do your own video about, some of these topics. If you've been afraid to mention it because you're afraid you're going to lose subscribers, you don't need those subscribers. Those are not the people you need if they're going to judge you for being burnt out and overworked, especially if they haven't had to do this type of stuff. Because this is just doing YouTube is mentally exhausting, because you're on the most times people are giving their whole lives, or else they're putting on a mask and to pretend that there's something they're not. And either way, to keep going and doing it at the same volume you have been doing before, or not having enough time to do the type of volume you want, can be frustrating and exhausting. So let's talk about it. I've already been 6 minutes in. Let's see if I can round this up, not be 20 minutes. All right. First one was, ask yourself, are you burned out on the topic? Did you start a niche because you thought you'd be able to do this niche and get some videos up, but you don't really love it, or you love it, and now that you have to explain it to everybody, it's no longer a love? And so those are usually the 2 ways a lot of those like niches kind of go. And it's like you're really into the niche and you really enjoy helping other people, but yet when it's, unless you're actually doing it as a job and you're making money and that type of stuff on it, and you actually treat it like a job, it can be very easy to burn out on that type of stuff when you're either you're a professional, or even you're just wanting to get into that type of, like me. I like to get in the point where I'm doing like some vlogs and some, not really vlogs, but some more of the artsy and challenge type of content. Right now, it's the end of the year. I don't really I'm not really in the process to do all that stuff. I'll wait that till I get my job thing situated, get through the holidays, and not have to, that's going to be my next year type of thing. Right now, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. I really don't care if I go viral. I don't care if I have subscribers, like 1 subscriber every day, 10 subscribers, or 100 subscribers. I really don't care right now. Right now, I'm just trying to get in the habit of doing it and making good habits so I don't burn out. But like I said, I'm squirrel mode, so I might just touch on a topic and then go off on something else. So hopefully I can ask yourself, or burned out. Yeah, so if you start feeling like you're getting burned out, maybe you should do a channel or a niche that's more than one type of niche. So when you get burned out of one thing, you could shift focus to something else. Or even if it is the same thing, but a different twist on your niche. Like say art or makeup, or that type of more artsy type of thing of it. If like say I'm a drawer and I want to learn how to draw. Well, I will learn as much as I can, and then maybe do some, this is what I've done type of thing. This is what I've learned. Let me show you, drawing, and just putting music to it and just having something soothing in the background. Or if you get to the point where say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to learn this much at this amount of time, and then I'm going to do a how-to video. And that is my thing. And you can also tell people this is what I'm going to do, and hopefully I'll improve it. If you've learned how to do one thing, you can shift it to a different type, but in the same type of genre. Say something you're not as familiar with. A lot of people, they get stuck in a genre because they don't know enough about another aspect of the same genre or the same niche, and they're afraid to shift over because they're afraid they're going to lose people, or they're afraid that they're going to look stupid, and that type of thing. And don't be afraid to look stupid. Only stupid people are afraid to look stupid. You're going to look stupid. You're going to feel stupid. But if you don't go through that process, you'll never improve. So be stupid sometimes, all right? Just keep on going at it. When you feel burned out, if you have to, just go to a completely different type of genre, or just say, hey, this is month, make a challenge. This month I am doing, it's spring, so I'm going to do a month of yard work, but artistic style. You know, I'm going to maybe draw what I want out, and I'm going to do my own DIY type of garden type of stuff, but I'm going to draw what I want out first, and then I'm going to plan it, and then we're going to go and walk through that. You can do any type of thing with your type of genre, and I need one. It's already been 10 minutes. Like, also the same thing with if you're getting burned out on a topic, you're usually no longer excited about it. You've done it. You've done it all one way, or you've done it so long that that's all you really know how to do, and yet all your videos are starting to get repetitive. So, like, at that time, it might be time for a pivot, you know, or even if you've done it or try to do it. It was right there, then I lost it. Lovely. I'm sure I'll touch back up on it on the wrong thing, but yeah, if you get burned out, don't be afraid to pivot your niche. Find something you enjoy doing. Don't worry too much about your followers, because if you have people who really like you and love your personality and stuff, they'll come along with you, and you will make new people, because YouTube will work with your videos. If it's like not quite in the niche, it might take a while to get going, because YouTube will have to figure out what you're doing now. And so just work on your titles and work on your thumbnails so you can give YouTube the most information so you can get whatever you're doing now going. But don't be afraid to stall a little bit and go a little slower as you're pivoting. Take that time to, recharge and stuff. Going viral. I haven't had that problem yet. Maybe this one will be the one. No. But, I've had other people who've had viral videos and that type of stuff. And it's exciting because it can really boost you, especially if you're going to try to make money off of this. It can help you get going. But yet if you're just talking about a topic that you're not interested to carry on into your main channel, it might be a channel for another one that you can talk on, but might not be where you want your channel to end up. And in that case, let them know and just do a series. You can or a playlist of, like, say 3 to 5, and say, hey, we're going to do a part 1, part 2, part 3. And then, if you get more people and that's really hitting stuff, you can do it like a once a month type of thing, where it's like monthly topic of this. That way you don't get so burned out on that topic. So if you got something that's really good and is really going, but you're not really enthusiastic about it, just space it out. If you still want to keep those viewers, but if you don't want to keep those viewers, just let it go. If you don't want those subbers, after a while they'll go find they'll float away to some other channel and nectar that thing out, pollinate that channel or whatever. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about anymore. But don't be afraid to lose the subs that you have if it's not the type of subs you want. You want to build a community, not a sub community, because just plain old people who just float around from one thing to another, they might come back once or twice for some of these videos because they'll go through their thing. It's like, I haven't seen them in a while. Let's go see what they have any new videos. You want the ones that keep coming back and are active in your comments. Those are the people, and those are the type of questions you want, not just the one done Sally, thank you ma'am type of ones. No, they're okay to get the roll rolling and get some conversation going. So yeah, use their questions, their topics, and their curiosity to fuel your own curiosity. Does that make sense? I half the time I don't even know what I just said until I rewatch this stuff. Anyways, are you taking too long at videos? I know Lana, she was getting kind of burned out because she's a bit of a perfectionist. And I know there's a lot of other YouTubers I watch out there who have the same problem. They get so fixated on it and they want it perfect, and because it will show them as in a better light. And sometimes you end up disappointing people when you can't perform at that level every single time. So don't. Do some really professional ones every so often, but have them as their own playlist. The professional playlist that you want to do, but do the no edit style. Do the spur of the moment type of thing. Do the shorts or whatever makes you happy. And don't worry about it being beautiful and wonderful all the time. Because if you are, you're never going to be happy. You're going to just be chasing the next perfection, or the next, either viral, or you're going to just get burned out because it's taking you too long to research the stuff and that type of stuff. Do it in segments. If you've got a topic that's going to be a big topic, work it in segments so you have more content. And then just do micro studies of some of these things that you want to know. And even if you're just doing micro studies and not actually putting the video out until like the end of the month, you're just doing it off and on. As long as you have the personality that can keep up with that type of style, micro studies, me, I do, this is interesting, that's interesting, this is interesting. But over time, I get enough of the information that I can get the big picture. Sometimes it takes me longer. But if you're that type of person who's kind of flutters away from one thing to another and have a hard time focusing on one thing, you can always do that type of thing. Do a challenge or a video style that you're actually talking about whatever the heck you want. You're doing crafting and you're interested in the watercolors. Well, then, write down the things that you want to know about those and do some little micro studies. And just do a 3-minute or 5-minute short of like, hey, did you know this? Today in my life, I learned this. Things I didn't know, now I do. Just that type of stuff. You can always do that. And then at the very end, after you've done some of these little micro studies, you can, by that time, enough that you can do a bigger video of the full thing. So there's all different types of ways that you can, organize yourself to being like no edit. You can just have some topic bullet points and just let them go off the top of your head. You can do full-on studies and editing. Just make sure you schedule yourself so you can do that type of stuff, or you will get burned out. Or else do portions of your video that is more polished, and then do a portion of it not. And don't be afraid to stumble, to stutter, to stall out. Hey, those are all S's. Because if you don't do that and try to get your voice out there, and you're always polishing it, you making it polished like a pearl, they don't see how hard it is to get that pearl. It started out as a piece of sand until over time and pressure and everything else, it turns into a pearl. But sometimes just the way, he's a freaking snowman. But sometimes the process of that is more interesting than the end the end product, though it is pretty and is very nice to watch. But sometimes the how you get there is just as important as the end result. I could just be talking on my butt for all I know. Anyways, you got family issues. Or is it just too much? Oh, I didn't do the mental health one. Anyways, I'll get back to that. Squirrel. Do you just have a lot of stuff going on in your family? You got a family emergency. Take care of your family. Don't worry about YouTube. If you lose the subscribers, they're not in your inner circle. They're not as important. They are important if you're trying to make a career off of it, but still, you can get them back. If you've done it once, you can do it twice. And if you've been out for a long time, that is an opportunity, once you do come back, to start off fresh. Because all that time you've been off, taking care of family, you've made new experiences. You have made new decisions that you had to do that might have been tough or hard or whatever. Tough and hard, same thing. But take those things that you've had to deal with through life and, bring it into your videos if that's what you want to do. If you had to deal with a family member who is aging and going through, dementia, or is physically, or you are physically ill, and it's, that type of stuff. When you come back with care and love and start over. You've proven yourself, you've already started. You can start over again. You might even get, after time and everything settles, you might actually have better ideas after the fact, because things will change when it comes to family and your priorities can change. So when you come back, you might have a completely different style. And that's fine. Don't be afraid to change with time and circumstances. Mental and physical health, kind of touch base with physical. If you're having physical issues, you throw your back out, you break a leg, cancer, that type of stuff. Well, one, you can kind of use that type of stuff and kind of talk about it and share what you're going through or your family's going through if you're willing to do that. Or you can just take the time off. don't be afraid to take the time off. Sometimes I know it might be hard if you're using this as a living, but if you're actually using this as a living and you're making money off of, make sure you put the money away first for when things do happen. If you're making decent, don't even think about it, rabbit. Don't look all cute and stuff. Don't look a cute, not innocent. You're working your way over to that. That's why I have that there, because you like to chew on that wall. Don't let me get the crutch of destiny. Innocent and stuff. All right. Squirrel, or in my case, rabbit. But yeah. Take the time you need. If you're mentally burned out, physically burned out, either take some time off or pivot your channel so you can do something else that is not so much as a stressor for you. Don't be afraid to change or pivot. Just either keep going, use your what you've learned, or just take some time off. We're not going to get angry. We might move on with our lives, but if we see you again, we're like, hey, she's back. Cool. Let's go and catch up on all of her videos or what she's been doing type of stuff. If you have some true fans, that's what they're going to do. Don't. And the last one, are you getting frustrated because your channel's growing too slowly? It seems like every time you look at your screen, it's gone up 1. It's gone down 2. It's gone up 1 or 2. It stayed like that for a week. It's gone up. It's gone down. Stop looking. Just stop looking at your channel's subs. If you have a good foundation, what you need to do is go into other people's channels that you enjoy watching and talk. The people that you're meant to have will come to you. Don't be so fixated on the number. When it's time for you to shoot up there, you will have a lot of subs. And then sometimes you'll lose a lot of those subs. But the ones you have left over are hopefully the ones you want. Like say someone who's blown up really fast, like of course everybody's talking about DoorDash. Dodash. By the time she slows down and loses some of her subs, the people who are still there is the people she's going to really want in her circle. They do have some diehards, but you get so much grief and stuff, and I'm sure she has it going up and down, up and down. She probably just doesn't watch it anymore, really much anymore. Just, hey, if you slow down, you slow down. If you speed up, you speed up. If you lose subs, you lose subs. But you'll also gain some subs, and hopefully those are the ones that you want to keep. So focus on the people, not the point system. Focus on your health and your family's health. Figure out the why you want to do this channel. Is it in the process of being able to be where you want it to be? How much time is it going to take you? Stop eating my artwork, rabbit. B. That's fuzzy. Don't eat that. I've lost track of what I was talking about. Anywho's, I'm going to go get some things. But yeah, don't beat yourself up, basically. Let life happen. Cherish those that you've meet along the way and who have supported you in your channel. And be open to meet new people. And leave yourself open, to the universe, to God, or whatever. To not be afraid that if and when you do blow up, that you stay humble. And you learn from it. Anyways, it's been 23 minutes. This is longer than I planned. I should have just done like five things and then do 5 more things the next day. But anyways, love you all. I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'll have to think of some more topics. Anywho, bye.